Hey everyone, this is Luke Robinson, and welcome to my very first movie review. Today I will be reviewing Avengers Endgame. This is a non-spoiler review, so if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame, don't worry, but if you haven't seen it, by that same token, you better get your butt over to the theater. I'm going to start right out and compare Avengers Endgame to Avengers Infinity War. Personally, as far as quality, I thought they were about on the same level. Endgame maybe even slightly better in quality, but as far as how much I liked them personally, I thought Infinity War was better, and I liked Infinity War much more than, well, not much more, but a bit more than I liked Endgame. And one of those reasons is I thought Infinity War kind of spread out, kind of like explored some new things, like new places and characters. Whereas Endgame, it was kind of coming back to old places and old characters, kind of developing more with the characters we have already seen. But that isn't to say that Endgame didn't have surprises. There was a lot of things that I was surprised that happened, very unexpected things. But as far as like characters and stuff, there was nobody that was like, I know who that character is. Wow, he's in this movie. Just wasn't like that. Like with Infinity War, like you had like Red Skull coming back. Like no one expected. Okay, maybe some people did, but very few people expected that. You get the whole Black Order and got Thanos. Pretty much, you saw him before in other movies, but Infinity War was like the first time you really got to see Thanos. Endgame really didn't have any of that like new stuff. It was kind of the characters we've already seen, and kind of, I guess you'd say, giving them a little bit more time to shine, I guess. But I was very surprised by some of the things that happened in Endgame. Actually, some movie theories about Endgame wound up coming true, but it was in unexpected ways and not exactly the way the theories played out. And so, anytime one of those theories came true, it was still unexpected and surprising. I will say Avengers Endgame was much funnier than Infinity War. Infinity War was pretty funny, so that's actually kind of hard to do. But Endgame, I thought, really took a step up as far as humor, but it didn't shy away from the serious, depressing, like dramatic and just like hope is gone kind of tones. It kind of was able to mix humor and the serious tones together, and that's one of the reasons I liked Thor Ragnarok so much, and I will make a movie review for that in the coming future. But it's because they were able to take like a comedy, but when something serious was happening, you were still able to feel it. It wasn't just like you were able to shrug it off like because everything else is so funny. This serious moment just doesn't work out. I think Avengers Endgame even did it better, so that even though they're cracking jokes every other scene, every single scene, maybe every other line sometimes, and depending on which scene, it's still able to keep the tone dark and depressing. And so that was definitely a good part of this movie. I would say the movie is best at the end. It's very good from beginning to end, but the best part is easily the third act. I would say it probably is the best third act in a movie that I have seen ever, but if not that, maybe not going to that extreme, it's at least the best battle sequence I've ever seen in a movie. Is at the end, the final battle in Avengers Endgame. It was pretty amazing. That's all I'm gonna say there. Which character stuck out to me the most? I would say it would be Thor. Why Thor? This was actually a tough decision because there were so many characters in this movie, and so many of them had such big moments and such time to shine, and every character went through such a transformation from each of the other movies. I was surprised by how much transformation was made between each of the characters. But out of all of them, I think Thor was definitely the most surprising, and he stuck out the most easily. But which character did I like the most? Now that's different, and it's also harder. I would say it's a struggle between Black Widow, surprise, surprise, and Iron Man. But overall, I think it's Iron Man easily because he's like the face of the MCU, and this movie was literally like his pinnacle point, the most critical point in probably his whole film career. Definitely the most thought-provoking, and it definitely shows like how much he's matured since his first film, and like how much more he's willing to sacrifice for others rather than just himself. Like you've seen him be self-sacrificing in other movies before, but this one you really see like he's become a true hero in this movie, and I think he had probably the best moments in this film, and for that reason he is definitely my favorite in this movie. So as for the rating for Avengers Endgame, I give it a solid 96% across the entire board, 96% for quality and for enjoyment. So that is my review for Avengers Endgame. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep on the lookout for more videos. And I will see you later.